It was a surprise cameo, and that was the idea that Kunal and me both had. I think I've been typecast quite a bit, and there's nothing drastic that I'm doing to change any image because I'm just bringing the real me out to people right now. I don't understand why people keep asking me about kissing scenes and love-making scenes, you know. I really think it's a very unimportant thing in this industry. I've never seen Ajay Devgn lock lips on screen. I've never seen Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan or Akshay Kumar do kissing and love-making scenes. Hi, this is Prachi Desai, and you're watching BollywoodHungama.com.
Well, we saw a cameo of Prachi Desai in the recently released Teri Meri Kahani. I thought she looked very cute with Shahid Kapoor. They should work together if possible in future. And now she's having a full-fledged role in Bol Bachchan that is releasing shortly. Pleasure having you on Bollywood Hungama, Prachi.
Thank you.
Tell us something about the reaction that you've got for your cameo in Teri Meri Kahani, and you just disappear after a point of time and people missed you.
You know, I think it's taken people by surprise. People didn't really expect me to be a part of the film. It was a surprise cameo, and that was the idea that Kunal and me both had. We wanted to keep it that way. I really enjoyed doing my bit because, you know, it's nothing like what I've done before. It's this cute part, and I think there's also a side of me that's kind of reflecting in the character. It's a 60s part, but she's so modern. She kind of, even when Shahid is with her, I think wo bhi sharma jate hain, which is the cutest part about their scenes. I think it was great working with him, and I think we looked great together.
अजीब है, आपसे कोई बात कर रहा है और आप उसकी तरफ देख भी नहीं रहे हो।
अब जो आपने देखा उसके बाद मैं आपको कैसे देखूं?
Even your dressing sense, I think it's looked somewhat very different from what you've done earlier. All the skirts and all, we've not seen you. We've generally considered you in all those shalwar kameez and all that sort of stuff. And I think you're breaking that image with your recently, I saw one of your pictures yesterday in After Hours in one of the newspapers. And I think it's totally different. One had to really just look at it hard, that is it really Prachi Desai? So is it a conscious attempt at the image shift as well?
I think people don't really know who I am. In fact, they like to believe that I'm some other person, probably someone who they've only been watching on screen. I think I've been typecast quite a bit, and there's nothing drastic that I'm doing to change any image because I'm just bringing the real me out to people right now. This is who I am, and I think I'm enjoying this phase of my life where people are taking notice. You know, they're sitting up and noticing who the real me is, the person is, and I'm glad that I'm getting the kind of roles that I want to play because, you know, I'm young myself, you know, and I want to play roles which are my age.
In fact, you've said that you've been paired with 40-year-old men. That is why maybe people think from
That's
that perspective.
That's not something I've said. That's the reporter who said.
Achha, I think you misquoted that?
You know, actually, I was asked something, and I said, you know what, put me with the young boys, and then you see the kind of things you'll hear.
Okay,
so
okay.
That was it.
In fact, I was speaking to Rohan Shrestha yesterday, who has done your photo shoot, and he was saying that she's looking very different, and that was a conscious image of just totally transforming her personality. So you enjoyed that shoot?
Absolutely. Rohan's a fabulous photographer. It's the second time that I actually shot with him, and I think he's the kind of person who will really, you know, bring life to pictures, and I think he photographs me very, very well. I loved that shoot. In fact, there are some very exciting, fun pictures that we have, as well as some very pretty ones, and they're going to come out soon.
Great. In fact, you've said about the typecast part. Since you started off your career with television, generally it is assumed that television ek bahu and Bharatiya Nari and all that sort of stuff. So वैसे ही sort of roles जो हैं वो further आने भी चाहिए. आपका interview है कल, आपने ये भी बोला that I am not averse to kissing or any sort of intimacy on screen as well. So could you elaborate on that? Do you think that this sort of typecasting happens in Bollywood?
पहली बात, just because मैंने TV किया है, I'm not the epitome of simplicity and being a good girl and, you know, being a great housewife. That's not who I am. I am a different person. It's just a character that I played. It's very unfortunate that people translated the character into, you know, the real medium. I wasn't, I think, projected the right way ever. So, also I think I never commented on anything. I never said anything earlier, which probably may be a mistake that I made. Which is why I guess my silence was just considered as this is her, and you know, I never clarified things. But I think now that I am making an effort, it's showing, it's kind of changing things for me. And also, I don't know, I don't understand why people keep asking me about kissing scenes and love-making scenes, you know. I really think it's a very unimportant thing in this industry. If you're an actor, you'll be asked to do an action scene someday, you'll be asked to do comedy someday, you'll be asked to dance with Abhishek Bachchan someday, which is as tough.
Sure.
You know, these are, it's just a part of your job. It's just how lightly or seriously you take things. And You know, there was a trend 2 years ago when people really took certain scenes very, very seriously, and they thought that they were extremely important for their film because that was a selling point. And I think that was very wrong to do. Today the trend is item numbers, and they're doing very well. I guess after 2 years the trend is going to be something else. I don't know what, but probably something else is going to come in which excites people. For me, I've never seen Ajay Devgn lock lips on screen. I've never seen Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan or Akshay Kumar do kissing and love-making scenes. So I think if these are the superstars of today and they can get their films to, do so well at the box office, then I think we girls are lucky that we are not coaxed into doing something that we are not that, comfortable with, or not something we're kicked about. So I'm happy with this phase of the industry where you just get to do parts like Juhi and Kajol and Madhuri did at some point.
Absolutely. In fact, I think what you did with the entire Bobby sequence in Once Upon a Time in Mumbai, I think it was presented beautifully. It had the element of sensuousness into it, but at the same time, it was not crass at all.
That was the beauty, that was the best thing about the song in Once Upon a Time in Mumbai. Pilu, I think, was picturized so well.
Yeah.
Also, when this idea came to our writer, he said it was a very real thing because they were very young when they actually watched the film Bobby, and he said if this is a 60s film and Imran having a very quirky character, he said it is very likely of him to gift this outfit to his girlfriend, which is a real thing, and so that's how they came up with the idea. I guess it was just shot so well that people took to it very well, and I'm very happy about the way they presented me. तेरी धीमी धीमी लहरों की छम छम पी लूं तेरी सांधी सांधी सांसों को हरदम पी लूं. Bol Bachchan is coming up. It's a big ensemble cast. Rohit Shetty presents his films in a very, very interesting manner and very entertaining manner as well. Tell us about the entire experience of shooting for this film. And Abhishek Bachchan, he's a very total live wire. We've been seeing him since the morning, in fact. So tell us about the entire experience. Abhishek, to match up to his energies, I think is pretty much impossible. For the song, I think we were all high on caffeine to kind of be matching steps with Abhishek. He's a very fun-loving
Nacho
person.
9, we're talking about.
Nachle, I'm talking about.
Nachle.
He's a fun-loving person. His personality on the sets is, I think he's always just the true blue boy that he is. He's never pretentious, and he just likes having fun. He kind of likes to keep the environment around very light-hearted and lively. And also, not to miss, when you put the three together, when you put Abhishek, Ajay and Rohit together, you're bound to have pranks on the set, and most of the times I was a victim to those. And you are Ajay Devgn's sister in the film, in fact, and he's a Pehlwan. And apparently the movie is inspired by Golmaal, and the earlier Golmaal had Utpal Dutt playing what Ajay inspired from, and Bindya Goswami, I believe, was a sister. So did you watch the film? Did you have any reference point by any chance? I've seen the original Golmaal years ago. Even then it was one of my favorite films just because it was so entertaining. It was done very well. I think it was a fabulous film. To take inspiration from that is a great thing. But I think Rohit has made a completely different film. It's just an inspiration that he probably takes from one of his favorite films ever. But I think this film in totality is a completely different film. I guess the only common factor would be that Abhishek has two roles, just like Amolji had in that film. Otherwise, everything has changed. From Ajay's character to probably the whole setup, everything is very, very different. In fact, Amol Palekar he played the music teacher of Bindya Goswami. So, is he teaching you something? Abhishek is teaching you something? What exactly is he doing? My favorite character in the film has to be Abbas Ali, which is one of Abhishek's two roles. Correct. The guy that you see with kajal in his eyes, and who has this, who has a lot of ada, and he wears these flowery shirts, colorful things all the time. Right. He's my favorite character. His name is Abbas Ali. He is my dance teacher in the film. He's your dance teacher? And that's what he's just making you learn all the steps and all. Right. And that's why you see Nachle and yes. Right. And we're all extremely scared of Ajay in the film because he's a Pehlwan. I'm his younger sister. As pampered as I am and as naughty and bratty that we can get, we're all scared of Ajay.